very rarely do things that aren't knives, but I do have an item that came in that I think with a few tweaks could be the perfect tool for every knife hobbyist to have in his pocket with his knives. So let's turn this around and take a look at this awesome, awesome concept from above. And it's the Olight Otacle D2. Now, there is a D1 version of this. So if you guys are looking at this and you're kind of confused and you're like, I don't understand what this is. This, let me get this out of the way. This is the case it comes in, by the way. And this came from one of my paying members, Winston Cobretti. This thing is a bit driver that is absolutely really cool. It's got some fidgety stuff to it, but it has got double ends. You've got a spot here where you can use this like a T-driver, carbon fiber, titanium. There's your magnetic bit holder. But I know you guys are like, I think you can already see it. The bits are inside here. And it's all magnetic. This is really kind of fidgety and fun. You've got really good access to your bits. You can just push down, you pull these up. These bits have got, let's get one out here. I have big hands, so we'll get this one out here. These bits have got double ends. This one is a flathead and a Phillips. It's like a medium Phillips. There's a large Phillips, a small Phillips. There's also a T6, a T8, and then there's a couple of hex bits in there, or Allen keys, if you will. It is magnetic. They slide in like this, and you've got a really nice platform for a small bit driver. You've got a lock for your slide so that you don't lose any of your bits if you happen to drop it. And everything on it is magnetic. So these bits just kind of sit in here in a magnetic slot. There's magnets throughout the slide on this, and then it locks. The other thing too is, like I said, you've got that T end where you can actually torque down on stuff. This one, like I said, carbon fiber and titanium, and it's got a nice pocket clip if you want to carry this with you. But if you want to just throw it in your pack, it comes with a very nice Pelican style fit foam case that you can just keep it in this case if you want, and put it in your gear bag, and then you've got a bit driver. For a small bit driver, I'm really surprised at how comfortable it is in hand. It's nice and broad. It's not a round bit driver, which is what I'm used to. And it doesn't surprise me because one of my favorite flashlights is the Olight Arcfeld, which kind of has that same overall profile. It sits in your pocket nice. It's easier to hold on to than something that's perfectly round. I dig this a lot. Now, the lock back here, I believe, is also magnetic. Now, I did test something. This is held in with that one screw right there. That one screw holds this faceplate on, but it's also your set screw that stops that from sliding all the way off. Like I said, everything is magnetic. These are smaller bits than a lot of the others that you get. So it's a smaller platform, but they sit in here nice and secure. Once you get them in the driver, they sit in there nice and secure, fairly strong magnet. And then this back here, also a magnetic spot for it, for that socket. So that, like I said, if you want a little bit of extra torque, you can get down on it really, really well. This is a really cool concept. Now, just to give you guys some fair warning, there's a couple things I found about this that I'm not 100% about, that I do find a little problematic with this. So we'll turn that around and talk about those little things, just buyer beware kind of things. But there's going to be a purchase link for this down below because it is really cool and I do dig it. So let's turn this around and talk about the couple of negative little things that I found about what is an awesome tool. So first and foremost, I dig the fact that it is magnetic, but everything these days is done in a fashion where it's meant to be fidgety. You could have easily just had one magnet closure and then a lock. I think that the additional magnets on this, especially if this is something you're going to carry every day, you're going to run into problems, especially if you work somewhere where there's metal dust, or if you've got this in your shop where you might do anything. I think you're going to start having problems where metal dust starts to accumulate on the magnets in this, which can be problematic. Not everything needs to be a fidget. While I do appreciate the fact that they are appealing to a broader audience with that, I could have done without the fidget toy factor of it. The next thing, the lock sometimes can be difficult to engage. You have to, you got to play with it a little bit to get the lock to engage and disengage. It's a little stiff. So you might miss and think you've got the lock engaged because you pushed up on it and then it drops back down in, and then you still can open that because it went up a click, but it's still able to be opened. You might drop it and lose your bits. And then the final thing that I really kind of have a problem with is the bits themselves. These bits are not compatible. Like, I can't use any other bits with this. I have to use these. And the problem is that the bits I need are not in here. I don't know yet if you can order additional bits, but a T6 and a T8 aren't going to get what I want done. I can't take apart a lot of the stuff I want. And the fact is, I have other bit drivers that have got that same sized chuck, like these Huskies. But the problem with the Husky one is it does not get down in and catch. It's almost the same. I should say it's almost the same bit size. So I don't have any other bit drivers that will fit this. And so then I'm stuck with just what's with that, which kind of limits the functionality of it when you look at it. The proprietary size bits and not having the full extent of bits that I would want can be problematic. But if you need a little tool like this, say you just want something in your kit that you need small tools to maybe tighten pocket clips with, which typically are T6, and maybe body screws, which are typically T8. This might be something that's up your alley. It is really cool. I like the concept. I think that just personally for me, I would have wanted it to have a more robust set of bits or additional bits that came with it so that you could swap them out. But other than that, really, really cool concept, really cool tool. I'm going to carry it, see how I like it. We'll see how the finish holds up. It is not very heavy, so there's a lot of cool things about it. So let's turn this around. We'll do some final thoughts, and I'll send you out about your day, and I will get back to you about how I feel about this in the future. So guys, in closing, there are a lot of other bit drivers that kind of do what this does, but not quite as well. I have other bit drivers that have bits that are stored in them, and I think this is just better, but what it needs is just a couple tweaks, or maybe a line of bits that you could get for it and that would work as well, so you could kind of customize the loadout in your tool. So with that being said, guys, that's it on this one. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. Make sure you've got it set to all. Make sure that you're following my sponsors down below, Coffee Brand Coffee, Temper Trail. I'm not doing ads, but they are channel sponsors, and they have got great, great products at a discount with the link. Speaking of discounts, coupon code crazysharp, all one word, will work at KATSU Knives, Farronforge Knife Works, Rosecraft Blades, and it saves you 40% at Beyond EDC Knives. It's 10% at the others. So I've got an Amazon store down below. I've got a ton of affiliates. You can use those for all the shopping you're going to do. It doesn't cost you anything extra at checkout, but it does support the channel. Use the Amazon link, pin it to your browser, use it for all your Amazon shopping. If you can buy knives, yeah, like I said, use my affiliates. And think about joining my membership. I do exclusive content, giveaways, premium sharpening tutorial series, and there's a private Discord. Plus, I have built a public Discord down below. It says join the community, so hang out. You can ask me questions and things there. Guys, that's it on this one. I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. I'll see you in the next video.